It's been way more than what I thought it would be. It's so simple, but yet it's so effective. I have become a better version of myself. It is the best thing for me and for everyone else around me to put myself first, to give and to be a loving friend, partner, daughter, sister, whatever. I have to be able to pour from a full cup. And I never did that before. It just feels so good. And I feel so much more freedom to be myself.
Yeah.
I have grown into me. I'm Laura. I am a security management professional. And what brought me to this amazing platform was I had just ended a long-term relationship and I was having difficulties getting through the breakup. And I was trying to go back to the ex. I was trying to maintain a friendship with the ex, and I was not giving myself the time and the space that I needed for me.
So if we zoom out and we look at your progress overall, Laura, it's been wild. On the relationship fulfillment quiz, which are our pillars: connection to self, healthy habits, healing past trauma, building line relationships, relationship clarity, you moved from a 9 to a 44 in about 2 months. That is wild. Oh my goodness. How does it feel, the 9 to a 44?
Amazing. It just shows that I've grown and I'm still growing, but it's amazing to use the platform that you created. As easy as it is, it's like, wow, it's just effective. And it's changed me in ways that are I can't even put into words. And I know that I will never go back to being the person that I was.
Love that. Talk to me about what you were feeling before you started herSWAG.
Before I started, I was depressed, continually my mind trying to figure out ways to get back with my ex. I wasn't putting me first at all. I was living in basically a trauma state of mind. I was in a bad place. I really was. And I needed something, someone, a program to help me get out of that muck.
So it sounds like you were really stuck in pain, heartbreak, and also overthinking. How can I get back?
Yes. Oh my God. It was crazy overthinking.
Yeah.
I was living on a spaceship for so long and not seeing things for what they were. I was living in a fantasy land versus reality.
Yeah. Fantasyland, like how?
I wasn't seeing the situation for what it was. She had moved on and I wasn't seeing that she had moved on. Like I was always just carrying that hope that she was going to come back versus actually seeing the reality of no, our relationship was over. She had fully moved on and I was the one that was still trying to hold on.
So what percent of the time would you say you were caught in overthinking?
100%.
I was there too. And when you think of past relationships, it was similar struggles, correct?
Yes,
Mm.
yes. Me
Spaceship.
not putting myself first,
Yeah.
living on this spaceship in this mental fantasy land that I had created for myself.
Okay. And so is that how you would describe your patterns overall? It's kind of like the overthinking, the detachment from what's really going on and
Yeah,
settling?
absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. And how long was that happening for?
Majority of my relationship life.
Okay. And what did you do to solve these struggles before? What did you try?
People pleasing, putting the other person first,
Mhm.
and none of the both of those things do not work, right? So I
Mhm.
would be unhappy because my needs weren't being met. I wasn't seen and heard or valued or
Mhm.
appreciated, and I
Mhm.
kept trying to do for the other person versus put myself first and do what felt good to me.
And once you realized you were people pleasing and it wasn't working, what kind of modalities did you try to break free from those sorts of things? Like therapy?
I've gone to therapy. I've listened to podcasts and I've read books. I've talked to friends. A plethora of things.
What do you think the major difference between this and therapy would be?
With therapy, you're just talking to someone. I really didn't get a lot of feedback that help me like say, okay, this is what you're going through. This is what you need to do to get out of it. It
Mhm.
was just too surface level, in
Mhm.
my opinion, and it didn't give me anything that I needed to change.
And how about the work on the body? You clearly didn't do that in therapy. You
No,
think that was a
no.
big driver for your success here?
Yeah, like learning about how everything is connected, right? Mind, body, spirit, right? So doing the different shifters, which is what you call them, and TRE, oh, profound effects. That has been awesome for me. It only takes a little bit of time and you immediately feel a shift in whatever you were feeling before. If I was feeling anxiety before, I don't feel anxiety after doing TRE. I don't feel anxiety after doing the shaking meditations.
Yeah.
So it's just been, like I said, easy things to do, but they've been so effective.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you say you have achieved as a result of the program?
I've learned myself, like I have grown into me. And
Mm.
that's probably the biggest thing. I used to shy away and put people first. I don't do that anymore. I know what I want. I know what I want from friendships. I know what I want from relationships. We created our must haves, and I refer to that all the time. I think about the things that I want. And on top of that, I try to be what I want from other people. I try to be the love that I seek so that I can get that energy back from other people. So even just that part alone has been profound for me. Like being the love that I seek, making decisions that I love, and realizing what I want from friendships and relationships.
Wow.
And if it's not aligned with what I want, then it's not the right relationship for me.
Yeah. How would you describe the shift in the relationship with yourself?
I am much nicer to myself. I like myself. I've been alone and it's given me time to get to know me. I think I'm an awesome person. And now I recognize it versus not even think about it. Before I never thought about what type of person I was. I knew I was a nice person, but now I realize like I'm a really good person. I care about people. I want the best for others. I think I have a great heart and I care and super empathetic. So this time has given me, and this program has given me the courage to
Mhm.
see me for who I am.
Sounds like you love yourself at a new depth.
I do.
Deeply
Yeah, that's
so.
a great way of putting that. I do. I deserve love and I am love and I emit love energy.
Love that. And you know how to do that day in and day
Yeah.
out. Have the tools.
Yes.
I love it. Do you trust yourself to only walk towards the relationships that are aligned and fulfilling for you?
I do now. Before, absolutely not. Now, yes. Like now I even put myself in a situation a couple weeks ago and I identified rather quickly that that was not the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with or even start a relationship with. And in the past, I would not have done that. I would have just been straight 1000% gun ho
Yeah.
into a relationship that was not aligned.
Yeah.
So before, I didn't consider alignment at all. It was like, oh, you like me? Okay, I'm going to like you without getting to know the person, without understanding what my must haves
Yeah.
were or are. So now it's a totally different ballgame. Like, I want to know who you are. I want to get to know you. Do you align with my must haves? And if you don't, then unfortunately, we can't be in a relationship.
Yeah. So it sounds like you know exactly what you want and you have deep self trust to only move towards things where you're deeply seen and heard and you're not settling.
Yeah. And
So,
aligned, 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 aligned.
yeah. You've kicked the tires and you've tested these things.
Absolutely. And I felt proud of myself for doing that. It
Mhm.
felt so good to be able to recognize red flags and if I didn't feel seen and heard.
Yeah.
So I know that going forward, when the opportunity presents itself for a possible romantic relationship, I know that I am fully capable of making decisions that are aligned with what I need.
I love that. There's nothing more powerful than that self trust when you move away from things that aren't aligned. I feel that
Yes,
all over the place.
yeah, and it
That's
feels
it.
good, and it
Mhm.
doesn't. Before I was stressed out and full of anxiety, and I don't have it. I don't have anxiety,
There's no overthinking. You have the model.
and that was huge for me for many years, overthinking everything. Right, so I lived in a state of anxiousness majority of my life. I refuse to do that anymore.
Yeah. Where would you put your anxiety on a 1 to 10 scale before? 10 being you're like flipping tables, anxious, bricks in your chest, squirrels. 1, nothing. It's like monk in the Himalayas. 1.
Saying like about a 9, sometimes 10 before. Now it's 2,
That's
maybe.
wild. Help me understand the impact that this program has had on your job search.
A little background, I was unemployed for about 6+ months, just got a job. And I did this program while I was unemployed because I knew that it would be so beneficial. What I didn't know was how impactful it would really be in my life. By doing this program while I was unemployed and looking for jobs, it actually helped my anxiety levels stay at bay because I wasn't worried about the when and how. I knew that the right opportunity would come. I knew that I had the right attitude. I knew that I was in a much more peaceful state. So when it came time for interviews, I was just myself and it worked. And it was like those people that liked me moved me forward. Those people that didn't, for whatever reason, it's okay. It wasn't meant to be. So having a more positive outlook on things, huge for my anxiety.
Authentic self showing up for the job interviews. And I remember you turned down a job where you didn't think they were really valuing you where you should have been valued.
Yes, I did turn down a job. And at first, the squirrels were starting to kick up. And I was like, no, if this job was meant for me, it would be aligned to everything that I need. And because it wasn't, I turned it down. And then 2 weeks later, I got a new job offer and it was aligned with what I needed.
And that's a pivotal moment, right? We do that in relationships too. Like, is this all I'm going to get? I'll settle for this 7 out of 10 or 6 out of 10.
Right.
That
Right.
decision sticks with us year after year after year. That's the dirty cane. We're stuck there for a while. You were like, this isn't aligned. I'm
Mhm.
not going to jump out of desperation. I'm going to wait patiently. I'm not going to settle. So hell yes.
Yeah, and it feels great because the old me would have just taken whatever was offered because I was desperate because I've been unemployed. But I was like, no, I trusted God and the universe to provide for me in the ways that I needed.
Mhm.
And he did. And so I'm in a much better position now. And in relationships, the old me just jumped at whatever came my way.
Could you
And that
imagine you
would
had taken the job that you almost got and then that woman would have visited? You would have been like Squirrel City.
I would have been back to my old self
Yeah.
and I refused to do that. So this program has helped me be a better me
Love it.
and it showed me how to love myself first and it's not selfish. I used to think it was selfish to love myself first, so I would always put other people before me. No, that is the wrong way of doing everything. I have to love myself and be able to give and love others from a full cup, not an empty cup.
Yep. Yeah. And now that we're like piecing all this together, like that's really profound. Tangling with this potential woman where you could have invested a lot of time and energy and gotten all excited about it romantically and it wasn't aligned, and this other job. Like you literally made two extremely aligned decisions to really upgrade your life. Those are two huge recent tests that you just shimmied right through. And now look at you. You're at peace and you're sleeping. There's no muck.
Yeah.
There's no wonder. There's no ick.
Yep. I'm in a much better, happier, peaceful state of mind. I'm in a much better, happier, peaceful just environment. And I sleep, which
It's
is a
so
beautiful
lovely.
thing.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Oh my God. What has been your biggest surprise with this program?
The ease of the platform and the information that we learn and how easy it is to implement it into your life. I was initially like, wow, this is so easy, but yet it's so effective.
Yeah.
And also just meeting the other women in the program and just
Mhm.
when you see women come together to support one another, that's just a beautiful experience to be a part of.
Yeah.
It's like we have a bunch of sisters that support each other, that love on each other, and are there for each other. And that's awesome, especially in today's world with all the negativity around us.
Yeah.
Having the love and support of people that we've only really met over Zoom, but you support them like you've known them forever.
Would you recommend this program to other women like you?
Oh, 1000%. Absolutely. Yes. It's so beneficial, especially women that are high achievers and are in stressful careers and family lives and all the other things that we have going on. I think we all need time to just commit to ourselves. And this program allows us to do that. And
Mhm.
then it helps us be better versions of ourselves so we can be better out there.
Yeah. What would you say to women who are skeptic of this program?
Just do it. And do it for yourself. I was so hesitant to join at first. We talked about it at length. And then I was like, you know what? I am going to bet on me. And that's what I did. And once you start the program, these women will see how easy it is and the support that they receive. They're going to see for themselves that it's effective right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
From
Mm-hmm.
jump, it's effective.
What would you say about the level of investment to value?
I was one of those that was struggling with the investment at first. Like, I don't know if especially because I was unemployed, I don't know if I can afford it. I don't know if I should do it, but I am so happy that I did because I got way more value out of it than I expected.
I love it. My final question.
Yeah.
What are you most proud of?
That have become a better version of myself. I realize that it is the best thing for me and for everyone else around me to put myself first. I've never did that before. And at first it felt uncomfortable and it felt weird. But I realized that I have to be okay in order for me to give and to be a loving friend, partner, daughter, sister, whatever. I have to be able to pour from a full cup. And I never did that before.
Mm.
So now that I'm doing that, it just feels so good and I feel so much more freedom to be myself.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you for all of the shares. Thank you for trusting me on this journey. And just thank you for being the best, most authentic, brightest version of yourself.
Thank you for allowing me and for teaching me how to do it.